In my family, that's how you say yes. You go to the piano and you play an A. It's the brightest note on the piano. Yes, you've chosen well. Glad you're here tonight. Good evening. Welcome to Nativity. I'm Pastor Chris Kramer, the pastor of the church. Oh, I forgot to turn off my ringer, did you? Let me do that. Oh, there we go. Don't want to be taking any phone calls when there's musical magnificence happening. Welcome. Tonight we get this great pleasure of enjoying some beautiful, beautiful music. How many of you took some piano lessons once? Okay, is this a friendly crowd? Okay, more than once? Yeah. So I've been listening as Stephen's been preparing things, and tonight you're going to hear things that maybe you played and other things you definitely never tried. So a couple weeks ago, Dr. Stephen Marshall called me, and he said, Pastor Chris, as you know, I come up once a month, and I teach my piano students in person for a week because the rest of the other 3 weeks of the month, I'm teaching them on Zoom. He still has a piano studio here. Stephen's moved to Los Angeles. I know we're sad. But Stephen said, you know, I would love to give back to Nativity after having been our choir director here and built up this sacred music fund, which we spend pretty quickly here at Nativity on beautiful brass and soloists and things. Could I offer a concert at Nativity? Sure, Stephen. As a benefit concert? Oh, really? Double yes. So, this is what we're doing tonight. We have a beautiful piano concert. We have a handsome young man that will be playing the piano as part of the evening. Many of you have asked, will Stephen's students play? Oh, I think so. So look forward to that. Look forward to just a wideness of musical beauty. Be prepared to sing, perhaps. Be sung to, and just relax and enjoy the evening. Tonight we are live streaming the event. Hi, Mom and Dad in Seattle. Yes, they're watching from my mom's room. And so you could tell your friends, come to the concert, go to the Nativity website and click live stream and you'll find it. And then they can send their checks in to help us build out our music ministry. So glad you're here. You didn't come to hear me speak. That happens Sunday mornings. Stephen Marshall, come on up. Tonight is yours.
How many of you have played that piece? Good. Come ahead. Oh. I love simple music. Later, you'll learn that I love complicated music. But McDowell wrote that beautiful piece. I think it's such a centering, lovely, simple heart piece. It's a way for me to say, here we go. Let's pull our hearts and minds together around something beautiful, simple, lovely. Now I'm going to talk to you for just a minute about kind of what's coming next. So it will seem like you're going to go, oh, is he going to talk that much between each piece? No. I'm going to kind of lead you in, okay? If I get up every time to talk, it will be here all night. So I get very excited about the music that I've prepared and that I've known. That piece, since I was preteen, I played that piece. And the next piece, I'm going to sing. Now, disclaimers. I'm much happier hiding behind the keyboard than singing. Singing is, I think, the most exposed you can possibly be as a person. If you're really singing, not just making noise. If you're really singing, it takes everything you are and everything you have. Tonight is about me pointing to the group that sings up there and leads in worship, and the people who lead here, and Clyde stepping back in. Yay, Clyde, right? Yay, Clyde. Yes, yes. Clyde was doing that when I was hired, and then when I decided to move to Los Angeles, Clyde said, well, of course, I'll come back and do what I love to do with people I love and people we love. It's a wonderful opportunity. But here's why I had a little bit of guilt and shame. I try not to live in that place. But I very fervently spent the music fund when I was here, right? So we raised the music fund last fall, right? We had little concerts and little events, and Brett and I did some comedy and music together. It was fun. And we raised quite a bit of money, and I was very excited, and I spent pretty much every penny of it on Easter and Christmas, and it was really delightful. And we have great musicians in, and we had a great time. And then I left. And now would be the time I had planned to raise the money again. So then I was like, oh, poor Clyde, he's going to be left with nothing to work with. So here I am. And I'm very excited about it because I love this community. This is a very special place. Many of you have asked what I'm doing there if I'm playing somewhere. I'm playing at a lovely Episcopal parish in Sierra Madre, built in 1888, when it looked like Powell Butte, right immediately east of Pasadena. And the church is 3 blocks from the mountain, from the hills. And so it's been there a very long time. It's the village church. It looks like, and this is what got my attention, it looks like it was lifted right out of Oxford and placed down in Sierra Madre with the rose gardens, and everything's absolutely pristinely perfect. And they're old school Episcopalians. Any Episcopalians here? Yes, sir. Old school Episcopalian, like by the book. We do not break the rules. Everything, the smells, the bells, the processions, the robes, everything's top drawer. And I sit in the back balcony and play the pipe organ with my back to everybody and pipes in my face. And it's lovely. It's lovely. But every Sunday I think, oh, the people in Bend are meeting right now, and we miss you. We miss you very much. But, thank you. And we'll be back periodically and find new ways to stay connected and get more involved. So that's what this is about, and it's a great opportunity. I'll talk a little bit later about more details of our lives and things like that. But now I'm going to sing, and the reason I chose to sing is not only for the self-discipline that it takes to get ready to do it, practicing what I preach, but it is also, this song speaks to my life in church music. I chose a life in church music very, very early. My first job, many of you know this, my first job was when I was 15. I was hired at West Salem United Methodist Church as their new organist. They got a new organ, and they wanted a choir director, and so I became, at 15, the organist and choir director at the Methodist Church in West Salem, Oregon. And I've never stopped. It's been a great life, a great run, and this song, the text written by Charles Wesley, speaks to my heart in why I do this.
Resigned, submissive, meek, my great Redeemer's throne, where only Christ is heard to speak, where Jesus reigns alone. A heart in every thought
Next is Debussy, and then Scriabin. Very different. Debussy, very involved, painting a glorious picture. The wind, I feel the wind in this music. Scriabin, you know Picasso's line drawings? Where it's just a couple lines, maybe one line, connected all the way through the piece. And you look at it and you see so much. And then you look at it again and realize it's just a line. How did he do that? How does he make us see so much when there's so little? That's Scriabin. Surprises from the simplest of music. But first, Debussy. I have to talk to you about the next piece. This piece is Rachmaninoff. In the field that I'm in, we call it, in piano performance world, we call it rock music. Which rock piece are you working on, we'll say. Well, this one I started working on my freshman year of college as piano performance major, and I worked on it a lot. And the first time that I was adjudicated on it, with it, we had a guest professor from Beijing, China, Dr. Yu, who said, "Stephen, take time, no hurry. We wait." And I've never forgotten it, obviously. This piece, what makes this piece so incredible, and I've relearned and relearned and relearned this piece. If you're a professional musician, you know the importance of relearning, tearing it apart again. You think you know it. There's so much in it. It's like going into one of those great boutiques where everything's jammed in as tightly as you can. You walk through it the first time and you go, "Oh, I think I saw everything." And I have a discipline where if I go into a boutique like that I like, I go out the door and I turn right back around and I go back in again. Because I know they didn't move anything, but I'm going to be amazed. I'm going to amaze myself at what I didn't see the first time through, right? That's what Rachmaninoff is like. And every time you tear it back apart and relearn it, you learn so much more that you didn't know before when you thought you knew it. Rachmaninoff, what makes Rachmaninoff famous is his enormous hands. He had enormous hands. People would sit in the high balcony and they'd look down on the keyboard and he would put his hands up onto the keyboard and half the keyboard would be covered. I have little teenage girl hands. So you're going to hear me doing my best at enormous chords that span the keyboard. Some of them are supposed to be rolled, some of them I must roll. You can decide which is which. But what makes Rachmaninoff so great is the layers of his music. He loves agonizingly beautiful melodic line. And this is one of those. He states it very simply, with the accompaniment going underneath and over it in the left hand, weaving in and amongst the beautiful, agonizingly beautiful melody. And then, it's not agonizing if I play it right. And then, the second time you hear the melody, you think it's going to end, but the cadence is the beginning of the restatement. The final note starts it again. This time with a second melody above it, not echoing, but a new melody in between and on top of, with the left hand still going back and forth. Then it reaches this enormous climax. It's absolutely beautiful. Lots of energy. And then it comes down and he plays the theme again, this time in octaves in the right hand, with a new melody on the offbeat an octave higher. And the left hand much more involved. So I want you to know what you're listening for. I'm not just playing notes to use the keyboard. There's actually a thought that's going in on it, and then it comes down to a quiet, centered ending that's just, I think, if I play it right, breathtaking. So I hope you enjoy Rachmaninoff. Oh, and I'm trying this one by memory, so say a prayer. A huge part of this move for us from the life we loved in Central Oregon to a life we love in Southern California, a huge part of it was to find a way to flourish most fully. Some of you have met Brett. Yes? Yes. And he sends hugs and love. If you're watching, hi. Not sure he got home from work in time, but it's really challenging for us in many ways to make the move. But it was the right time and the right space for us. One of the reasons that we did it is to do what we love the most and do it most fully. Both our lives have been very full, many different kinds of things and opportunities. And we decided we're at a place in life where we wanted to do what we loved the most. What I love the very most is teaching. I love to teach, especially brilliant students. Wait, those are the only ones I teach? Which helps make me look better than I am. The reality is that I love to teach, and a very, very, very close second, I love to perform. I love to share my music. So I couldn't share my music without also sharing a student. And some of you have been asking Pastor Chris, is this young student going to play? I'm like, what am I? Chopped liver? So I have invited Brandon Allen, who is one of I have 14 very gifted students. The youngest is Brandon's younger brother, who just turned 8, who you will hear play in church on this Sunday, right? This Sunday, at the 11 o'clock service. His first public performance, yes, with some Bach. He is, Ryan, can I speak about Ryan for a minute? Is that okay? It's really your limelight, but I want to show and tell. So Ryan just turned 8, and he started playing Bach, and well, he started with the primer stuff, but he was bored to tears. And so I thought, you know what, the mind he has is incredible, thanks to his parents right here, and his older brother, of course. I thought, what if I gave him a Bach prelude and fugue? I wonder what would happen. Because he seems to have the mental capacity to understand it completely. Yesterday at his lesson, he sat down and played the Bach prelude and fugue with the pedal. His mother holding him on the bench so he wouldn't fall into the pedal board. It's very fun, very, very fun. I love teaching bright students. And the reason Ryan is so enthusiastic is he's watched his older brother. And his older brother is a very, very gifted young man who will be 11 on what day? Monday. So if he plays well, we might sing a little to him. No pressure. So I'd like you to welcome with me, Brandon, by the way, we're doing just the third movement of Haydn's Piano Concerto. I'm the orchestra on the organ, Brandon doing the piano solo part that would be accompanied by a full orchestra. He does all 3 movements by memory beautifully, but we're going to do just movement 3 today, right? Okay. Welcome with me, Brandon Allen. Well done, Brandon. That was fun. Yes. I told him he would play out here in the middle and I'd be over there hiding. He went, ha ha ha. That's a grandpa joke if I ever heard one. Not even that good. Okay. So now 4 organ pieces. And I'm going to just talk to you about them all right now. So the Preambule by Louis Vierne. Louis Vierne was the organist of Notre Dame Cathedral for 37 years until his death in 1937. He was blind at birth. He later had a surgery that was experimental, and he was able to see shadows and bright light. But he wrote some of the most magnificent organ music, playing at Notre Dame Cathedral. Duruflé, many of you have heard about Maurice Duruflé. Duruflé was his student. Vierne was a spectacular organist and wrote some spectacularly difficult organ pieces, and I play several of them. This one is very simple, and it is absolutely beautiful. And I love an organ that can just kind of rumble low. If it was a real pipe organ, you'd feel it under your feet, right? This does very well as a digital, but the pipes would vibrate the floor. And I want you to pretend that that's happening. At the end, on the last chord, everyone just gently stomp your feet. Then, of course, I'm an organist, so I can't do a concert without something by Johann Sebastian Bach. And you're all Lutherans. Well, you're not all Lutherans. This church is Lutheran, and we're raising money for Lutheran music. And Bach was a Lutheran church musician at Thomaskirche in Leipzig, Germany, where I have played the organs and taken my students. It's wonderful. So, Wachet auf, ruft uns die Stimme is a wonderful chorale prelude. It's sleepers, wake, for night is coming. The time has come, and it's often played during Advent as you prepare for the Christ child. Forlana is, how many of you have heard of Gerald Fenzi? Exactly. Thank you. Of course, Clyde and Joanne have. Gerald Fenzi wrote a lot of wonderful choral music, yeah, and not very well known for his organ music, but this is a beautiful, beautiful piece, one of my very favorite pieces to play. It's just gorgeous. It's just beautiful, beautiful harmonies and wonderful to play. Percy Fletcher is also not very well known for his organ music. He was a big band composer in London, of all things. And he's most famous for his big, dramatic, fanfarish music. You'll hear it in his organ piece. And with that, I will close the concert. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. I really appreciate your enthusiasm for music. As a congregation, as a community, it's wonderful. Support so that Clyde isn't calling me going, wow, did you really have to spend everything before you left? So please be generous. If you enjoyed it more than you thought you would, please give a little more. If you didn't enjoy it as much as you thought you would, go out that door. All right. Very nice to have you here. Brett sends his greetings. He absolutely loves his job. He comes home every day so excited to tell me what went on and the people of Beverly Hills what they're like. As you might imagine, it's very entertaining, and they're, of course, all lovely, but here we go. So here we go, 4 organ pieces. Thank you very much for coming tonight. I really appreciate it, and appreciate your support of this ministry together. I don't know if you're just standing because you're ready to go, or if you want. Well, let's see. I have Clair de Lune by Debussy. Anybody ever played that? Who wants to do the right hand? Okay, a little more Debussy and we'll call it a night. Okay. You're a great audience. Thank you very much for being here, sharing it together. Don't forget the offering plate on the way.